Hello and welcome back. This is my transactions for the last paycheck, the last week of the last paycheck of October, according to the way I budget, because I budget by paycheck. And I got paid on Thursday yesterday, so that doesn't count for me for October because I go by the closeout date. So the paychecks that closed out in October are the October paychecks, because closeout is where I tell my money finally where the last cent is going to go. So let's get into it. We have on the 19th, Snacky Snacks dining out for $3. And then on the 21st, me and my partner took his kids to go get Christmas decorations. We let them pick stuff out. We got some ornaments, some tinsel, we got Santa hats. We got, some lights, normal Christmas decoration type stuff. That was $193 from savings, which is why it's in red and everything else is blue for this paycheck. And then on the 23rd, which was my cash stuffing day, most of my funds got $30. So that for $30, we had registration and license, phone bill, car insurance, car maintenance, emergency fund, school fund, furniture, and yes, it's spread to the 24th, but that's because I ran out of room. Furniture, wedding, all of those got $30, and then subscriptions got $117 because I rolled the dice to see where the leftover money would go after everything got an even amount. And also my Ally savings account gave me interest, so that was exciting. That was $201 coming in. And my clown repellent spending, which was some books for my partner's kids, that finally came out because that shipped. That was $44. And then on Tuesday, the 24th, this is the only transaction that actually happened on Tuesday, dining out Snacky Snacks for another $3. Renter's insurance did not come out on the 23rd, did not come out on the 24th. It may have come out on the 25th. I'm going to tell you a secret. I've been working a lot. I'm real tired. I have not checked my transactions since Tuesday. So it's possible they came out on Wednesday. I'm not sure. But we're just going to close out the way this is because I'm too tired to go through all that and still post a video today. And I really want to post a video today. So we're just gonna act like this went according to plan. So on the 25th, that was my Roth IRA, last little bit of money for $330. And that is it for my transactions for this paycheck. We are going to look at the paycheck and see what all this means. Onward to the zero-based budget worksheet. This is from Vertex 42. The rest of the pages that I use are from the Budget Mom's printable workbook. I don't know if she still has that available, but I do like it. It's just the way I have adjusted my budget, it no longer fits on her page. So because now I have almost all sinking funds and hardly any bills. So in order to have room for that, I went to this zero-based budget worksheet that is available for free from Vertex 42. That's vertex42.com. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just like their worksheets and I like that they're editable. So let's get cooking. So this check was from October 12th to October 25th. This is in fact the last paycheck for October for me, because again, I go by the closeout because that's the more important part of the budgeting process for me, because I like to allow myself wiggle room because things don't always go according to plan and I don't want to have to take from another category. Yeah, this lets me cash flow things basically. cash flow like as much as possible. So, Paycheck. I actually changed this. If you remember my last week's transaction video, I'd actually had my second jobs check in the Paycheck area, but I'd forgotten that I originally planned to have just my full-time income in the Paycheck line. So I fixed that. I changed that. So Paycheck net, the actual was $1,067, which is more than budgeted, of course, because I budget for the worst check I've had, which is actually going to have to change because yesterday I got a smaller check than this. My check was smaller than this. So after November, I'm going to have to actually like adjust again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I am going to have to adjust this again because I do want to budget for the worst check I've gotten. And now the worst check I've gotten is worse than this. So it is what it is. I like to be pleasantly surprised, not unpleasantly surprised. So $1,067 is full-time Paycheck. Other income is $671. I took $237 from savings, and that left me with a total inflow of $1,975. And then for my investments, $637 went to my Roth IRA, which is a retirement account that is like an individual thing instead of having like the employer sponsored funds, or employee sponsored accounts. And then $154 went to my taxable investment account because it was in the negative because my previous financial advisor charged fees, and in order to pay those fees, I would have had to either liquidate some of my investments or pay out of pocket. So that's what that is. That brings my subtotal to $791 for money that went to investment accounts, left me with $1,184. And then for monthly bills, the only monthly bill I paid out of this paycheck is $18 for Netflix. For car wash, good grief. For my car wash. And then that brings my subtotal for monthly bills to $18, left me with $1,166. And then my variable expenses, these are expenses where if I don't spend the money, I just don't spend it. It goes back into my budget. If I do spend it, great. It's budgeted for mostly. I'm going to have to start being realistic with dining out. I'm going to have to. In December. In December. Give me a chance. It's gonna be a little bit, but we are gonna be more realistic and starting in December. And then so I spent $35 on dining out on snacky snacks, and groceries was $60. I budgeted $220, but I only spent $60 because again, well, you might not know, my partner has been contributing to groceries because I covered the rent last month. And the month before, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So that's that. And then for fuel and tolls, I spent nothing. Not a single toll, not a bit of gas, not nothing. So that brings my subtotal for variable expenses to $95 as opposed to the $308 that I budgeted for. So that leaves me with $1,071, which I'm happy with. And then, oh wait, can you actually see that? Yeah, you can see it. Okay, and then for my variable sinking funds, I did not contribute anything to that. But for my goals, we have for registration and license, and this is basically anything to identify myself or my vehicle. So my passport is also going to get funded out of this. City sticker, because my city, Chicago, has stickers that I forget what they call it. It's like a certain type of like road tax or something like that, that you have to have a sticker on your windshield for. So that comes out of that too. But I contributed $90 to that. And then $152 to subscriptions. Phone bill got $80. Car insurance got $290. Car maintenance got $80. Emergency fund got $52. School fund got $30. Furniture got $30. Wedding got $30. So that brings my total goal sinking fund contribution to $834 as opposed to the $477 that I budgeted for, which I am more than okay with because this means I'm saving more money. And then my remaining budget is $237, which all went to goal funds that I spent. So Christmas decorations came out of the Christmas fund for $193. Clown repellent came out of this lovely bin right here for $44. And that was the $237 that I had remaining, left me with zero because this is a zero-based budget. Haha, zero-based budget. You know. So this, while things did not go according to plan, it went more according to plan than the next paycheck is already going. And it's only the second day of the new budget. I'm not. This is why this video is late. Because chaos consumes my life. A little bit of story time. I just had a handyman leave our apartment because my partner's oldest son pulled the towel rack off of the wall because he decided he was gonna roll the towel around his arms. As he was drying his hands, he rolled the towel around his arms and then did one of these to dry his hands. He did this with the towel wrapped around his arms. And he pulled the towel rack out of the wall. So now there's two big holes in my apartment wall. I'd like to get my security deposit back. I'd also like to have a towel bar that cannot easily be ripped out by children. So getting that fixed. And that's not cheap, but I'd rather pay it than have the landlord pay it and then get upcharged, or have security deposit taken away, or have like anything like that. I want to be a good tenant, y'all. I want to be a good tenant, and I want the things in the apartment that I want. I'm trying to treat this as well as I would treat my own house if I owned this place. And we're probably going to be here unless we get kicked out because children. Unless we get kicked out, I would like to stay in this apartment at least another 5 years. So we're trying to cause as few waves as possible, y'all. So that whole situation is going to be wrapped up, and you're going to see it in the next transaction check-in next Friday. So that's fun. That's fun. And it's money that's going to basically come out of my second job's paycheck. So like half of that paycheck, poof, gone in the wind, gone already. And I literally just got this paycheck today and it's already half gone because children. And this is why I tell y'all, like, yes, these kids are not mine. These are my partner's kids. However, because I'm in a relationship with this man, because I live with him, because I love him, some of the chaos is brought upon me. I knew what this was. I signed up for this. It's okay. The kids are actually pretty great. And I love the little kids. I was not pleased to hear of the destruction that was in the bathroom, but it could have been worse. One of them could have been hurt. It's okay. I will recover. Woosah. Okay. So that is it. That is all. That is it for my transactions for the last paycheck of October. That is the closeout for October. Monday is going to be my stuffing for the next paycheck, for the first paycheck of November. And then Tuesday is going to be my monthly wrap up. So that's going to be my net worth update and the close out for the whole month to make sure that all my numbers are correct, adding everything up and making sure everything matches. And then Wednesday, I'm actually going to go through my credit cards because I have too many credit cards, y'all. It takes me a while to go through my transactions because currently I have 7 credit cards. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 credit cards. And we need to whittle that down a little bit. So we're going to go through all of them and we're going to figure out how this is going to work. That's going to be on Wednesday. And then Thursday is going to be me looking at the average of what I've spent up until now, up until October, and then trying to adjust this budget, or really the next budget, the November budget, trying to adjust that to match what's going to be next year, because I want to figure out how much I actually need next year. I want to start working on that now because it's going to need adjustment. It is, but I at least want to have some kind of idea of how this is going to go because I'm not going to be able to keep this second job forever. This is a temp thing. It's literally a temp job. So I need to figure out how I'm going to continue to reach my goals next year. And I'm going to start that with looking at my spending in the past. So this whole year, except for September, because September was a weird month because I sold my house. But other than that, I want to compare all of that and see where I stand and how I can adjust. At the very least, I need to adjust dining out based on how I've actually been spending. I don't want to just throw out a number or guesstimate. I want to actually base it off of how I've been spending. So I appreciate for staying as long as you did. Oh, this is kind of a long video. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought this was going to be quick. I'm sorry. I appreciate you. I love you. You deserve financial stability, and I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.